Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Welcome back to Noor Ishq, the path to surrender, a sacred sanctuary for the heart where fear dissolves, faith takes root, and the soul aligns fully with divine trust. Let's start our next chapter. Contentment with divine decree. Rida. After the heart begins to surrender, after trust starts to take root, there still remains a subtle moment within, a quiet resistance, not loud, not obvious, but present. It appears in moments when life does not unfold as expected. A plan changes, a door closes, a delay occurs, a difficulty arises, and within the heart, a small voice says, "Why this? Why now? Why not the way I wanted?" This is not a failure, it is the final layer of attachment. The attachment to preference, even after the ego softens, even after trust begins, the heart may still carry a hidden desire that life should unfold according to its liking. This is where Rida begins. Rida is not patience alone. Patience endures, Rida accepts. There is a difference. Patience says, "I will bear this." Rida says, "I am at peace with this." Patience still carries effort. Rida carries ease. It is a state where the heart no longer struggles against what has already been written. It rests, not because everything is easy, but because it trusts the one who has chosen it. This is a very delicate transition because the heart is being asked to release something very deep, the need for life to match its expectations. In the earlier stages, the seeker learns to trust Allah's wisdom, but here the heart goes further. It begins to love what Allah chooses. This is the essence of Rida, not just accepting but being content, not just tolerating but resting. This does not mean that the heart stops feeling. Pain may still come, disappointment may still appear, tears may still fall. Rida does not remove human emotion, it transforms what lies beneath it. Even in sadness, there is acceptance. Even in difficulty, there is calm. Even in uncertainty, there is trust. The heart no longer fights reality, it flows with it because it recognizes this is from Allah, and what comes from Allah cannot be meaningless. There is wisdom here, even if it is hidden. There is care here, even if it is not visible. There is love here, even if it does not feel like it yet. This realization softens the deeper layers of the heart. The constant questioning begins to fade. The urge to resist decreases. The heart begins to move differently through life. When something changes unexpectedly, instead of reacting immediately, there is a pause, a quiet breath, a remembrance Allah chose this. This simple recognition brings peace, not always instantly, but steadily. Over time, the heart begins to see something extraordinary. The moments it once resisted were often the moments that carried the greatest growth. The path that did not unfold protected it from something unseen. The delays that felt frustrating prepared it for something better. This reflection strengthens Rida because the heart begins to trust not only Allah's wisdom but His care, and here love deepens again. Earlier, love was longing, then it became trust. Now it becomes acceptance. The heart begins to say, I love you, not only when things are easy, but also in what you choose for me. This is a very pure form of love because it is no longer dependent on outcomes. It is rooted in recognition of who Allah is, the most wiser, the most merciful, the one who knows what the heart cannot see. With this recognition, the heart begins to release its final resistance. It no longer insists, it no longer argues internally, it no longer tries to reshape reality. It becomes soft, open, accepting. This softness brings a deep peace, a peace that is not dependent on circumstances, a peace that remains even when life changes, because the heart has learned something essential. Peace does not come from controlling life, it comes from accepting it and accepting it as coming from Allah. Rida also removes a great burden from the seeker, the burden of constant emotional struggle. The ups and downs become gentler. The heart becomes more stable, less reactive, more grounded, and in this grounding, something beautiful appears, silence. Not emptiness, but a quiet, restful silence within. A space where the heart is no longer in conflict. This silence prepares the heart for what comes next. Because when resistance ends, when acceptance settles, when the heart becomes at peace with what is, then something opens. A deeper state. This is where the journey moves into fana. Thank you for listening. Until we meet in the next chapter, may the light of these words illuminate your next steps, guiding you effortlessly from presence into deeper divine trust.